Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here at the channel. We're also gender fluid. I may be saying you and I'm talking to them. I may say them and I'm talking to you. So put yourself in this story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are both fluid. I could be talking about the recent past. I could be talking about the present. And I may be speaking about future events that haven't occurred yet. So only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all my information can be found below in the description box. And I invite you to join me for a session. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. All of my new subscribers, welcome, welcome. Let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about today. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right now. This is good shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is such good shit. And of course, the cards left with the, yay, A. All right. I'm going to talk about these, but let's talk about what I've pulled out. Okay. So, collective. These are good cards. There may be some of you who are, and I see it because it's part of the obstacle or dilemma. I literally can see it. Even though I got all these cards out here, I can see the progression. So I feel like, collective, you're in a space of transition, okay? You know, you're closing out old cycles, you're moving towards this, new life, your destiny, you're following your North Node. And I can't express how important it is to follow your North Node. Like, if you are not following your North Node, you will always feel unsatisfied. I'm like, when I look back to times when I wasn't following my North Node, how miserable I was. And it's not so much that like I had a bad life or anything. I was just inside. I was just kind of like slowly dying because I didn't feel like I was living, authentically to who I am, who I've always been. I felt inhibited by, societal pressures and the expectations mostly of other people. And so when I finally came to a place of being able to, move in the direction I need to move in, follow my North Node, dive head first into my spirituality, things started to line up in ways that I never imagined. And literally what I have here, collective, is that a lot of everything that you've done for yourself, you've done it alone. You've had to do it by yourself. You did not have any assistance. So I don't feel as though you expect to have any assistance now, I kind of feel like Spirit is encouraging us to be open to receive, but to also not be afraid to just rest. We've been going and going and going and going so hard. so fast, so diligently to create the stability that we've been looking for, to build the businesses that we've been trying to create. Like, we've been really, really focusing on our goals. And I kind of feel like there are some people here who have been so focused on achieving those goals that they've maybe purposely avoided their heart space when it comes to love. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, number one, it's okay to slow down. Not to the point of stagnation, but if you need to rest, rest. Like, don't push yourself to the point of exhaustion. And I'm like kind of speaking to myself, because I feel, and I see this, I sometimes feel guilty for my rest days where I'm just really tired. I don't have a lot. Like, if I don't have a whole lot on my plate, the time spent not working, I'm resting. And for a little while, I would feel guilty about resting, but I realize I do energy work. So when I'm working, I'm really putting in a whole lot of my, channeled energy into all of this. So, and this is not just for my collective readings, but for all of my clients, I'm giving them personalized one-on-one, time and energy. And so it's exhausting. And there were times where I'm just working, trying to, accomplish all these like mental goals that I have in my head. And I'm afraid to slow down, because I feel like if I slow down, then it kind of slows down everything. So Spirit's telling me to tell you that it's okay to rest, and that it's time, I think, for you to also open yourself up more in the area of love, especially if you've been jaded and you've not really, you haven't really been putting yourself out there. There may be an element that you're not necessarily, there's something like holding you back from like really putting yourself out there. Okay. And again, you're in this, you're still in a space, this, there's something about the cycle that hasn't quite finished wrapping up. And so there's really not a lot that anybody can do to assist to make it happen any faster. We've got divine timing here on the board. Part of the lesson here is that you need to understand the divine orchestration of everything that's happening for you right now. There is something here that is definitely not meant to be in your life, and there's no change in it. And the reason why there's no change is because it's not meant to be a part of your life. Okay? As things are lining up, things are coming into, in full circle fruition. There's a situation here that's not meant to be in your life because there's no change in it. And I think you could potentially see at this point kind of like the fine details. Like it's like looking back at everything that you've experienced with a particular situation, right? And you're going through all these issues. What I'm seeing, it's so funny because I'm like all over the place because I'm seeing a whole bunch of different like scenarios here. Okay, I'll give you one. This is like you're dealing with a situation, a relationship, a job, whatever the relationship, right? And there's no change. There's absolutely no change here, right? You don't see anything changing. There's no growth. There's no evolution in it, in the person, in the situation, right? I think part of this lesson is about you recognizing, or finally recognizing, the reason why, like your extraction, because you're still kind of in between here. Part of this lesson is for you not to have it shown to you by somebody else, but you to recognize the reason why there, like this no change and the friction that you may feel, things not necessarily lining up. I think things are lined up this way to show you that this situation isn't for you. I hope that makes sense. I just said a whole lot. All right, let's keep going. For those of you who have been looped in a cycle of self-doubt and self-sabotage and talking yourself out of shit, I think wherever you are right now in your life, you just want peace. You know what I mean? You just want peace. You want change, and you want peace, and you want happiness. And I feel like at some point you may have isolated yourself, or people may have made you feel as though you have been rejected. People may have rejected you, put you on the outside, But when you were alone, I feel like you were being guided in that isolation by spirit. And it was divine timing that brought you to the decisions that you needed to make as it relates to, which way you're going to go. And it's interesting the way the cards have laid out, because part of you is looking back at the past, but you're facing forward towards your blessings. And these blessings, I love this blessed card, because these blessings, and this is card number 22, you may be seeing synchronicities of 22. The energy of this card talks to me about blessings that are kind of like poured onto you from the universe. You didn't do anything to deserve them. They're just, it's kind of like Dharma, for all the hard work that you've done and have been doing, all of the good that you put out, it does come back when you least expect it. Somebody doesn't think that it's fair that you're happy, that you want happiness, or that you're happy. If your life is really peaceful and happy right now, somebody feels that that's not fair. I feel like you did the work. You've done the work. While you were in isolation, that's what Spirit was calling you to do. Spirit was calling you to do the work on yourself. Clean up the habits that didn't serve you in order to find the happiness that you were really looking for. And it was divine timing, and during this isolation and feeling orphaned, sometimes you recognized who was loyal to you and who wasn't. And you never imagined or thought that these people you never thought that this would happen. And the ironic part about it all is that you're incredibly grounded, and you see things from a much higher level, where you're seeing things, again, this isolation allowed you to kind of take a step back and recognize the people in your camp that may not have been loyal to you. You may have even called out to Spirit and asked that your enemies be revealed. Okay. Let's tap in. I don't know. What do you guys think of the hair? I washed it last night, put some product in it because I wanted to see the shape of the curls. It's kind of cute. I wore a headband yesterday because I'm not really sure what to do with it. I don't really like the front because I have bangs, but bangs when it's curly and bad boys draw up. It's not a good look. All right. Oh, wow. Somebody here is devastated. Somebody here is heartbroken. You know, it's wild. I think they're heartbroken because of your abundance. Somebody is really pocket watching. Somebody, I can't believe this. Somebody is over here heartbroken because you seem so abundant. You seem so stable and content and happy and grounded. Somebody's really upset about that. And they are watching you. They are like really watching you. And now I think it's more just not so much about watching you. They're watching you come up. If you're coming up financially, they're pocket watching. There's somebody here that is definitely pocket watching. Wow. Dude, you're not even worried about it. You're not worried about it. Okay, so now I have something else here. I have someone here who I feel like wants to make some offer towards you, extend an offer to you. Somebody may want to apologize, this person who's heartbroken. The person that's heartbroken may have also been to this, because I'm also seeing, so whether this could be you and your stability, but I'm also reading it too as somebody could be heartbroken because they focus solely, I think in the last reading I said somebody was like focused, or no, 2 readings ago I was saying somebody's focused like more on money. They were focused on money over love. Like literally, I'm totally seeing that. This person could have been a complete workaholic. But I feel like somebody here is heartbroken. There could be some distance between you. And this person, like this person's in shambles. And I don't mean to laugh if you're cross-watching, I'm sorry. But this person's in shambles emotionally. And you're not, it's not even on your radar. It's literally not on your radar. You're focusing on new things. You're focusing, you may be focusing on, hell, you could just be focusing on yourself. You know what I mean? You could be maybe only focusing on things that, fill your emotional well. You could be focusing on work as well. You could be focusing on building a business. Now that I'm looking at it, you're not focused on this person or this thing. You are focusing on a passion pursuit, maybe. Could be something creative. You're spending a lot of time on it. This could very well be you're focusing on your work. You're not really focusing on this person or their emotional needs. Okay. Oh, hello. Well, yeah, you could be, like I said, you could be a boss here. And whatever it is that you're working on creatively, this person really wants to know what you're working on. I said they're pocket watching. You're working on whatever you're working on very quietly. It could be a new business idea or new business venture or something like that. And then I have this person here somebody here feels trapped, like there's this distance. I'm getting this distance, like you've kind of disengaged from the situation. You may not be wanting to work with another. Oh God, I see like 3 different stories here. Okay, so somebody here could be solely right now just focusing on work. You could be creating something, something brilliant. But you're working on it really diligently and you're doing it very silently. So, if people are trying to figure out what it is that you're doing, you're kind of keeping it under wraps. No matter how far digging they do, they're not really coming up with much. I also see that for those of you who are entrepreneurs or trying to work on a pet, like as a new pet project or something, like could be like a hobby that is turning into a business. You may feel stuck, and I think the stuck energy, I think I talked about this a few readings back. There was one specific to work. If you've been reluctant to work with other people, I think you might be coming out of that a little bit, but there's still some stuck energy here. You might feel a little stagnant because, again, you've been doing everything solo. You also, okay, here's another thing. You also may be stuck because there is a little too much focus on the money. Not enough focus on the love of the act of doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Take that how it resonates. Okay, yes. I love it. Okay. All right. I heard something about a learning curve. So there may be something, because you're doing this on your own, there may be a learning curve, okay? Take that how it resonates. So it's kind of like if you're unwilling, excuse me, if you're unwilling to work with other people, you may have to either go back to school or you may have to just spend some time like learning the subject of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Because there's an opportunity here. Let me tell you, Ace of Coins, 9 of Coins, Justice, and the 10 of Coins. Baby, this is all good. Okay? The money's looking good. So stop worrying. Now, you don't look like you worried. Honestly. You don't look like you worried. But you are a little bit stagnant when it comes to maybe proper execution. I see that you will be this looks stable. Financially stable. I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, you're creating or attempting to create some type of generational wealth. That's what it feels like. I also have something here about someone needing to heal a money wound. Some type of generational money wound. I am also getting, there's an energy here if you're dealing with a Leo and they are coming towards you to work together and you choose not to, that's the correct thing to do. That's balance. You choosing not to work with them recalibrates the scales. I have someone here who maybe, it's just somebody here who's a boss. Again, we've got this entrepreneur boss kind of energy. Or just, this could be somebody who just, you know, it could be a manager or something like that. And it, like, say they work a corporate job and they're a manager, but they really have a passion that they want to pursue doing something else. And they feel kind of bound by whatever it is that they're doing, because of their commitment level to it. Honestly, if this is you and you're stuck working a job and there's something else that you want to pursue, the only person that's stopping you is you. Okay? Because I see if you decide to do this new endeavor, that's the DoorDash. Get the food. If you decide to pursue this endeavor, it'll be very successful. Okay? So, that's a good thing. I like it. We like it. Okay, now let me look at it another way. Hold on. I have 2 men here and 2 women. I do have a set of counterparts. I feel like if there's a situation where there's been some type of legal, I feel like there's some type of legal situation that may be playing out. Could be like it could be from like a divorce and or inheritance, where somebody was already like, somebody maybe already be very secure, you know, financially or whatever, but after whatever this is, they've got, you know, longer money. Okay. I definitely see where there's somebody here you don't want to work with. You don't want to work with this person. You don't want to work, or you just want to, you're just kind of committed to working on your own. But if you pursue it, it's destined to be lucrative. So, take that into strong consideration. Okay. Somebody's done something in the dark. Somebody's tried to be sneaky, create some type of illusion with lies. Could be about you if you're this business owner. If you're an entrepreneur and you're in the public eye and things are going really well for you, they want to come towards you. They want to come towards you, but I feel like them coming towards you, it would just bring, like, if you consider dealing with them, it would just bring you confusion. You got somebody here in your energy who is completely unhinged. Traitor. Child. No. Okay, so this whole row says a lot to me, and I'm like looking at all the cards. I'm using my Game of Thrones tarot, and I'm just looking at the characters, and I'm like, oh wow. So I feel like I told you I see a bunch of different stories. This could literally be like 5 different stories, but this one story, you got somebody here that wants to come and apologize, right? But they're trapped, or they feel mentally bound. They're trapped in a commitment. They're trapped in a marriage or a situation with someone else, but they want to come towards you. This person may be watching you. I feel like this person, if they're watching you, they're impressed with the fact that you are independent, that you're very generous, you're very unconditionally loving, that you're very creative, you're also highly intuitive. They're upset because you may have made new choices that did not include them. This person may also be witnessing you engaged in a relationship with someone else. So like, just like they chose somebody else, you moved on and you chose somebody else too. That's for a select few. I think in the past, if you had tried to like launch a business or something like that, or create something, you may have had some, some hard times, and some things were unsuccessful. And of course, when you put a lot of energy and effort into things and they don't work out, it can leave you feeling a little raw. I feel like for those of you who move past that energy, did all the healing work, and you're not really focused on, the outcome so much. You're just in a mode, you're in your Empress mode. You're just in the mode of creation. You're creating right now. From that, I think right now what you're doing, you're just waiting patiently, because you know that all of the work that you've been putting in is going to bear the fruit of your labor. You already know that. I also feel like somebody here may be getting some, because you don't want to work with them. Did I say? Oh, I said that earlier. I said there could be a Leo here specifically that may want to approach you to make some kind of offer, and by you choosing not to do that, that creates that balance, right? And they may have a lack of acceptance. They may not accept the fact that you've chosen not to work with them collaboratively. This person may also be getting negative karma for something that they did out of haste, as it relates to either a relationship, a marriage, an inheritance, or your business. Somebody's done something in the dark to create some level of confusion with a lie. Against somebody who is in the public eye, who is well respected, who is potentially a mystic, because they see that there's a change in circumstance for someone, and now they want to come in and make a little offer. Ciao. For the last couple of days, I've had this song. Hold on. I've had this song in my head. And yesterday I looked for it because it was in my head. Wait. Which record is it on? Okay. Because it's called Don't Cry, by Faith Evans. And basically part of the chorus is like, don't cry, don't call me, I don't want you around me. Who are you to judge me? I'm only what you made me. And I just, for 2 or 3 days, I just kept hearing that in my head. So I don't know if that's just a channeled song, And I'm a huge Faith Evans fan, but I haven't listened to this CD in years. And that song just jumped into my head and stayed there, lived there rent free for a couple of days. So I'm thinking that's a channeled song for somebody. Go find Don't Cry by Faith Evans. It's on the Faithfully album CD. A mode. We call them albums. Do they still call them albums? All right. You let go so that you could heal from the betrayal. You may have even blocked communication. They really want to come towards you. They want to try again because they're heartbroken. Here's the problem. I think this person, they're heartbroken because they don't have you as an option. They got other options. They don't have you as an option. And they're heartbroken because they don't have you as an option. Yes, no. No, you don't have any love for this at all. Child, I can't make this up. You're not fooling with it. The relationship is in disharmony. This is not what you wanted. This, literally, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. And you're not taking any chances in dealing with them again, because I think you already know if you engage with them again, you already know what you're going to get. You've had some time, I think, in the time of separation, you've had some time to really analyze things and see things from a different perspective. And you recognize that, I really feel like you recognize that even though you may have experienced some type of heartbreak, you recognize the part of you that needed to be healed so that you can move on. And once you heal that part, you will never attract that kind of person again. I firmly believe that. And not even to be like a skeptic, you'll sniff it out so quickly that there's no room for you to allow yourself to get caught up in attracting somebody who is going to make you feel like this, or somebody who's just going to bring nothing but confusion to your life. You're seeing things from a whole new perspective. It's bringing balance back to the situation and healing. All of this, literally healing at the top, healing at the bottom. This also may have been meant to heal a family dynamic. You may have been this was meant to happen. This tower was meant to happen. This contract was meant to come to an end. You are meant to make a new choice. Somebody wants you to let your guard down. But the problem is, don't do it. You got somebody here who wants to come towards you, right? And they want you to let your guards down. But no. This person here they're more worried about, okay, listen. Whoever this person is that wants to come towards you, they're ungrounded, okay? By them coming towards you, by them approaching you, do know that they're trying to create some sense of stagnation in your life. They really just want to put you, I feel like you've already made a decision. Okay? I feel like if they decide to approach you, I think that just their mere presence in your life, just them showing up, is enough to try to influence you or confuse you. So just be very, very aware. Pay attention, use discernment. Because if you're focusing on your self-love and because this person is only focusing on that. I said they were pocket watching. They're pocket watching. They are pocket watching. This person may not have a job. They don't work. You already know it. They don't really want to work on a relationship. They want to work on getting back in your good graces because they're looking at your pockets. The world. You've already successfully closed this out and they just want to come in here and confuse you all over again. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't Cry by Faith Evans. You've got to go listen to that. All right. Acts, forces working against you. Chain of events that will affect your life. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I see that. Okay. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Money path, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And if it's been love, part of it is because you've been afraid to just kind of pause and focus on yourself. Sometimes we're so hyper-focused on our stability and making things crack that we forget other components that make our lives full. So if you've not been paying a certain amount of attention to fostering love in your life, it's time. Okay. The month of August may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Month of February may be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces. I'm not even going to bother going through all the signs I have on the board. It's a lot. Got a lot of majors out here. Pisces, twin flame. I said I had counterparts out here and I got the Lovers, so. Friend, acquaintance, or coworker, Taurus. Coming in as a partner or a companion. New connection. So you have a new connection that's coming in as a partner or a companion. This person could be your twin flame. It could already be a coworker, a friend, or an acquaintance. Could be a Pisces or a Taurus. Okay, incidentally, since I'm looking at them all, we got Leo out here twice. I have Sagittarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, yeah, I said that already. Cancer, because I talked about these cards. Yeah, I called everybody. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me grab a couple of angel answers. I'm not taking all those. Communicate clearly. If you have a question, the answer is no. Then we have opportunity. One more, please. Romance. All right. Let's use a couple of Romance Angels cards. I never use this deck, but for shits and giggles, why not? Past life relationship. You've known each other before. It is safe for you to love Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So if you've been really guarded, you ain't never gonna find love that way. And then you repel it by saying like you're not really interested in having a relationship when really deep down you really want one. And if you don't really want one, then stop telling yourself. Don't like lie to yourself, okay? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. One more. Take the last one. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you or give you clarity over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. If you'd like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and my books are always open. If this reading didn't resonate for you, if you're still here, if this reading doesn't resonate for you, check my archives, because the general energy of my readings kind of reaches out into the future about 4 to 6 months. So if none of the more recent readings hit, go back into my archives and watch some of the older ones. They may have more resonance for you in the present. All right. I love you guys. Thank you again so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes, tips, and donations, and all the new bookings and clients, and all the great new followers on the channel and on TikTok. Thank you. I appreciate it. Until next time, take care. Bye.